Well, I actually patterned my look after what they call the town tramp in my hometown when I was a little girl. This woman that used to walk the streets had all this makeup and hair, high heel shoes, and I thought she was so beautiful. And everybody used to say, "Oh, she ain't nothing but trash." And I used to say, "Well, that's what I'm going to be when I grow up, trash." And that's kind of how I look. But I like to think I'm a little more than that.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? Sorry, a little bit late, but that's me. Um, let me turn me down on my phone. Okay, I am definitely um gonna review CHer and Benny. Um, I haven't listened to all of it. I've listened to some, so I was gonna watch it mostly with y'all or listen to it with y'all. I have CHer's permission, but if anybody's in here that mods for me, if you could drop her link, or I can go in and do it real quick. Um, and Benny's as well, because he made a video that a minute ago that I want to play too. So, um, now this is my unbiased opinion, because we all know that how I feel about Fred as a person because of my personal experience with Fred, and y'all know that I have very, very almost sisterhood like relationship with CHer. We fight, we disagree, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, we are friends, and um, I respect. I have mad respect for Binkies, and so I'm very unbiased tonight. So I'm gonna listen to this as like I'm one of y'all. Like I don't know, not know, I don't know anybody. So it's mainly about the interview with Karen, and then I'm going to be able to go in and tell y'all some things that I have saved from Karen from before, that she's told me herself, um, and then we'll go from there. If y'all have any questions, of course I'm gonna stop in between and answer some things that I've seen. But anyways, I wanted to share Benny and Fred. I have love for you all. I don't believe Fred is guilty of anything to do with Summer. Um, so that's my opinion. I got a new shirt today. You can tell this one says "a little country, a little hood," but you can't see the hood at the bottom. So, with that being said, let me get these. Hey, pretty sweet pea. I'm gonna get these. Yeah, I understand that. It's to me what they weren't that. You gotta go all the way to the end of it to understand. Um, Ziggy has done some messed up things to Benny. That I've just now found out about, and feel I must, take into consideration, because like I said, this is not. I'm not attacking Ziggy at all, because I like Ziggy too. She's, of course, we hadn't always had a understanding, but um Okay. Hey Lisa Boo, how are you, darling? Okay, I'm trying to get this everything straight. With my leg. And okay, I got my vape. And get these links shared out here real quick. She's, you don't call people's probation officers. I don't give a shit. I don't agree with that at all. It's a pet peeve of mine. And when you do that to somebody, but you don't expect someone to do that to you, it's kind of it's contradictory, or it just contradicts itself. Because I don't know if that was even a word. All right, that's Cher's channel, and I'll go in and put Benny's too. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and let's start listening. And everybody listen to what they have to say. Listen to because it's talking about what Karen had to say, and I have some things to say about that too, because there's some things that weren't so true. So I get all that ready, all this other stuff ready, I'll go ahead and get these two playing. And once again, I'm not choosing sides. I'm just listening to what I thought was a very good live and a different opinion. So
You sound good to me.
I'll jump out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Hey all. Sounds good. Okay, well, we'll go on with it if it gets too...
Okay, we'll fast forward a little bit because Benny had to fall off for a second. Here we go. Let's start right here.
I did want to say all of that simply because this is one of the most, in my opinion so far, critical interviews to understand the psychology and the background of these claims and why they're being made. I'm going to leave that decision either way up to...
And people are right. I actually had to delete some comments. You guys, welcome to your opinions and everything. I just ask that you do it respectfully. You don't have to agree. Now, Benny and I are cool. Benny's up here on my channel, right? And you see me over in his channel, but there are things that Benny and I agree on, and there's plenty that we don't agree on. Just because we're having a conversation tonight and it happens to be on my channel doesn't mean that I agrees with everything coming out of my mouth. And just because I'm showing something that Ryan has done and speaking with Karen doesn't mean that Ryan and Jen or Karen, agree with everything that comes out of my mouth.
Doesn't it suck that we have to preface it about, we have to...
It does.
And we do.
Especially since we're all adults. Yeah. But I just like to put it out there, at the jump, just to give people a reminder. We'll pretend we're in kindergarten, but yeah, and to some people who...
So, like Cher said, perfectly. She said it perfectly. Just because I play or I talk to her, I talk to her a lot more and Fred a lot more than I do Benny, but just because I don't agree with everything that Benny has done in the past, but do I agree with everything that he's been doing since he's been back? Most of it, yes. Like I said, I was gonna watch it all with y'all. But what I did see, I've had this conversation with Cher about the Karen interview and what I thought. And like she said, we don't all have to agree, guys. We really don't have to agree, but let's just, yes, don't call probation officers, don't dox people's kids, none of that shit. Oh, that's what makes me mad. Just that about YouTube. There's a lot of things that make me mad, but about YouTube. So we're gonna get back to this. I just hate that Ryan was the first thing that started playing, but anyway, this is Cher's video, and I have permission from herself. And if she gets off, when she gets home, she's spending time with the girls. But when she gets home, she may come up. So I'm hoping she does.
Well, this is brother and sister drama. Leave it in the family, blah, blah, blah. Well, you weren't saying that when he was bashing Karen with Ziggy for all this time. You weren't saying that. So that's not really fair.
But I hope you enjoy this interview. Trust me.
And like Ryan is saying, We're adults here. Use your own
Okay, that's
judgment.
enough, Ryan. Love.
Always invite you guys to do your own research. And research doesn't mean just jumping from YouTuber to YouTuber and stirring the pot. Research actually means logging off of YouTube and actually researching. I don't know. Talk to anyone.
And she says to talk to anyone who's been who does. I don't know. But I don't know what y'all's deal is. I don't know. I have no clue. She's had me blocked before too. Well, but what she says right here about, hold on, see, I got me off track.
Actually involved in the case or knows the people
Yes.
involved in the.
To do your research, I have talked to people. I've talked to Fred. I've talked to a couple other people that, you know, in private, and I've talked to, you know, Andrew wasn't really involved, per se, but I've mainly talked to Fred and Laura. I've never talked to Andy. I have talked to Jody Sue in chat one time. She wasn't very nice, but oh well. That's expected. So hey Dukes 4641, how are you? So let's get back to that because that's a good point.
You work in and ripple effects from there. I shouldn't have to teach you how to research, but what research isn't is just jumping from channel to channel and getting information. That is not considered research in a case.
And most people do not do what she just said.
So I have been waiting a long time to talk to you because, and we have a lot to talk about. I don't know.
He's such a.
And first thing I want to ask is, are you okay with talking about?
I told everyone, listen, I told everyone, everyone will come around. I said that with a few people. Everyone will come around, but Benny's good people.
Benny is good people.
Background, your background, your stuff we talked about earlier. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just because.
And this is really like sidetracked here, but I was at work really needing a caffeine fix, and I kept seeing like the Starbucks cups here, and I kept like, what it?
Good evening, Andrew.
No, my son had got trouble, and
Good evening, Andrew.
didn't have evidence that they needed to
Good.
charge him because the person described their attacker as a tall, curly-headed.
Oh, wait.
woman.
We want to go back because this is where Karen explained her charges. So yeah, we do want to go back here. I'm good. How you been doing?
2018.
Hi,
My
Sissy.
charges.
I like
have a
Jen.
narcotics charge.
She has narcotic
and it
charge.
was
Okay, this is. I wanted to see this because this is what people were bringing up too.
one
Sorry,
more
let me.
tap
Oh.
is
Okay, okay. So what do we got here?
Well,
Felony
Andrew's in here, so.
offense.
Andrew, you're into that.
Self-distribute. Okay. So is it just drugs? It looks like. It's for
Andrew, can
drug
you answer that?
issues?
Yeah,
Guilty,
it's with a little
suspended.
context. It's pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? You're not the only one, Karen. Some of us have just got caught and some of us haven't. You know what I mean? So
That's it.
easy for people to talk like they're on their high horse. So
I had a narcotics charge,
Not to discount that,
and
but
it was
right. I just mean it's no biggie in my book, Karen. Like
it gives a little context to the kind, in my opinion, and in my experience, the different, the compartmentalized worlds, right? It's a different
There you go.
world than, say, the meth world or the cocaine world or whatever, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth.
that's right.
one more tab and an accommodation
That's
charge
right.
for
Two pills.
one client.
2 pills.
2 pills.
And how much time did you spend
Well, almost 5 years.
Wow.
in prison? Who was
I've
there?
got something
Miles?
to say
What else
about
made the charge worse?
No, my son had got trouble, and they didn't have
To
the
the-
evidence that they needed to charge him because the person described their attacker as a tall, curly-headed woman with
Oh.
black hair.
Have you ever attacked?
Okay.
No, I was at home in bed. I wasn't no part of
Me
that.
too, dudes. I
Um,
agree.
I found out after the fact about it, but I was no part of that
Okay.
because I had my drug charge previous to him getting in trouble, and the sheriff had
And okay, so this here, this is what they were freaking out of near the beginning of that 7-hour live that was triggered over this interview.
Okay, so when she says that she got a narcotics charge because there was just basically an informant that bought pills from her and she was just going to give them to her. But hey, Paula, how are you? And so the person put $20 down on the table. Okay, that's one controlled buy. I don't know about Tennessee law, but if anybody can help me out with this, I know in Alabama and even in Louisiana, which we're under Napoleonic laws, it's different than anywhere. You have to have three controlled buys. That person has to be a CI, which they have to have a number. And so obviously this hadn't been her first time to go get pills from Karen, because when you go, I was married to a police officer. Okay, so when you go to do, like when they go to do a control buy or whatever, you have to have three, and the police have to be suspicious of this person for them to even consider wasting their time having an informant go mess with them. You know, they're trying. So, she's not telling the truth. She's not saying that she's trying to say that she wasn't selling pills. She just was going to give them. I don't believe that for one bit, because I have a degree in paralegal in Alabama. I know what you have to do. I was married to a police officer. But if it was Virginia, Fred said she's never been to Virginia. Yes, they do, Lisa Boo. They do. And my cousin Tara, her husband, is head of narcotics in Birmingham, Alabama. So yeah, they have to be under suspicions of that person. You can't just go get in trouble and go to Joe Blow's house that the cops aren't looking at and buy pills one time and then them come and give that person a narcotics charge and then send them to prison. It's not true. So that is not true, in my opinion, and based upon facts in the state of Alabama and the state of Louisiana that I know for sure. Sorry.
She's a felon. She's a felon forever, indefinitely.
So I got a narcotics charge. I got a weed charge.
All right.
Tuscaloosa
So-
T-Town. Woo! My friend Derek from
asked me to
Derek
come to the
Baker,
sheriff's
the
office,
creator, he's from
that they
Tuscaloosa.
needed to talk to me. When I got there, they went ham on me, literally. They were very aggressive.
I'm from
reading my
Bessemer.
rights, and they were demanding that I write statements against my son, and I refused. And the sheriff told me that if I did not write statements on my son, that I would go down with him. And I said, well, I guess that's just how it's going to have to be, because I can't write statements on something and lie about it. When I eventually went to court, they charged me with conspiracy to
Okay. Enter the house, assault and battery. Okay. Took a plea. All right. Well, a lot of people do,
It's
whether you're
very,
guilty or not.
very common to be leveraged. into
Assault and
plea,
battery.
Absolutely.
If you got outstanding stuff going on, it's I know from firsthand experience.
Yep.
Same.
Same.
On top of my drug charges.
Okay.
And before I had went to court,
Absolutely.
they had a warrant
No
against
doubt
my
about that,
house,
Ryan.
and they found a gun in my closet that my husband at the time, his grandfather, had passed away.
And by the way, Ziggy, many of us screenshotted. We knew you were gonna delete, and so don't worry. We recorded the live stream, all 7 hours almost of it,
Was it taken down?
I don't think that's been taken down yet, but I
No.
believe the comment that Karen's son left on that stream was removed. So I just wanted to let Ziggy know that we all had it. So, you know.
And that's something in and of itself, right?
The good old,
it sure
let's
is.
stop right
It's,
here.
Pretty pathetic. And I mean, I know.
Let's stop right there. The good old boy system. Let me tell you. If you are not subscribed to Derek Baker, Agent Derek Baker, Truth Recon on YouTube, go do that. He is a friend of mine. He gives me information on cases. He gives me information on law enforcement stuff that I wouldn't know about. And the corruption in the state of Alabama, Walker County, Alabama, specifically. Walker County, then you got Lamar County, you got where's that? Casey White was from Lauderdale County, all of them. Jefferson County, where I'm from. Bibb County is corrupt, good old boy system from Buck. Sorry, excuse my language, but it's the truth. In Hawkins County, Tennessee, I told him, I told Derek, I said, take a look at this. Just go watch one little bit about Ronnie Lawson. And then I told him about Ronnie Lawson's son and all that. And he's just like, what? And he believes it's that. I have to make sure, but I think that he, yes, it's true. He believes that Ronnie was too busy trying to cover up his son and didn't put as much effort into this. But what nobody can understand is why is TBI not the lead, or FBI by now, the lead, and they still have Hawkins County as the lead investigators. But the smaller town, the bigger the good old boy system. Trust me, I live in a town where I can get my tickets fixed any day. My daddy's best friends with the mayor. I don't get tickets though because meth labs and moonshine. I'm gonna play that in a minute, Lisa Boo. I like to play Copperhead Road whenever I'm talking about Ben Hill Road because that's what it reminds me of. And Fred told me some things about, not some recently, but like his granddaddy and things back in them days. Just some good old boys. They are meaning harm down there though, you know. From what I understand. Geez. My happy ass ain't going up on Ben Hill Road. I can tell you that much. You come back with some juju. No. Nope. I'm gonna stay down here. I'm from Alabama, but I was born here. I knew it would be me, but I know. Just let me get through it. Fast forward through a lot of it. Look inside at the time Sharfie's son for corn. Yeah, I know. Ronnie Lawson's son, and they said that he was also, and hey Mimi, by the way, he was also friends with Evelyn Boswell, which is weird. That's the night the lights went out in Georgia on Ben Hill. If they all had paid their light bill, in my opinion. Sorry for any of the good people that live on that road, but there's been some tainted things said about up there. But we're going to continue to listen, and I'm going to run my mouth and some more. Because I don't agree with everything that's said on here. Like I said, just because I love these two, I do love Fred also. And I am unbiased. I'm just going to give the facts that I know because I've spoken to Karen and I've spoken to Fred.
Excuse will come of it is we didn't do that. Well, it wasn't YouTube because it was posted. It was posted for a hot minute. So what will come for that? Well, she'll blame it on one of the mods did it.
It was broken down. It wasn't even a whole functioning gun. It was broken down into pieces, wrapped up, put in a box, and in the back of the closet. They charged me also with a nonviolent felony weapons charge, and I had to.
You were a felon.
Yeah. And as a matter of
Okay.
fact, at that time, I had a valid concealed weapon permit.
The drug charges, had you sold drugs to someone?
No. I gave someone appeal.
Listen,
Oh, okay, this is what I wanted. Okay, this here, you guys, listen to this.
this
if you
makes
have-
no
Appeals.
goddamn.
What'd you get?
Sorry,
Because of
Lord.
begging,
Sorry,
And I
Lord.
wanted them out of my face and out of my house and to leave me alone.
They were begging her.
Begging.
Okay, so they come over there begging her for these 2 pain meds. Okay, 2 pain meds.
So you gave them these pills to,
Yeah,
they were saying they were in pain or they just wanted them?
they were claiming to be in pain. It was a woman. It was the mother of one of my oldest sons' friends.
So I've been in that situation before. I will tell you, as a woman, and you have another woman crying to you about certain pain that only another woman's going to understand, you do feel bad that you have something that can take the edge off for these people. So, I mean,
It don't make it right.
I don't think that's no kingpin of Karen. You know what I'm saying? To give this said person two pain.
No one's calling Karen a kingpin. The point being made is it don't make no sense. First of all, somebody's gonna come over there begging you. You want these pills gone. So you're going to give them to them. If this person throws a $20 bill down and you keep it and then they come bust you and then give you a narcotics charge, you are already on the radar for being a drug dealer, lady. I'm sorry. There's no other way you can tell me unless you can prove to me that that's not how they work in Tennessee. But Alabama, Louisiana, you have to have 3 controlled buys from somebody that's fucking been investigated by the police, because the police would not send you somewhere. They're not just going to take. They aren't going to go bust grandma for giving somebody 2 pills. I'm sorry for yelling, but that's stupid, and Cher's smarter than that. I don't agree one fucking bit. And Benny Keys, you know better than that too. She was under suspicion for something. Now fuck.
On.
Yeah, I agree.
And he was
And that's my opinion. I'm just saying that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's,
my factual
It
opinion.
is. Yeah.
it's in the essence of asking someone for an Advil because you have a headache, but just a little bit different. I mean, when you spin
Benny.
the law and pharmacy around it, it's not a whole lot different.
Right. And depending on what she was complaining out of being in pain, what woman, if you're a good person, you have any kind of empathy, you're going to understand that and you're going to want to take that edge off for her.
I agree.
and hang out at the house.
Okay.
And obviously, enough time going by, he knew I had pain medication because I'd had 2 separate back surgeries and
Just prescribed meds.
Yeah.
Okay.
prescribed meds. So, eventually here comes this. She comes to, under the pretense to the house to see if her son was there.
Yeah, I believe
And I'm
that.
like, no, he's not here right now. He might be at one of his other friends' houses or something. And that's when she started talking about, my back is killing me. Can you give me a pain pill? Just the whole sob story. I give her a pill and I give her a nerve pill of Klonopin.
Yeah.
And she goes,
Hell yeah, get her more fucked up.
At least, at first she said, can I pay you for this? And I said, no, I don't want that for it. And she said, well, here. And she threw it down on the coffee table and said, well, at least, get you some gas or some cigarettes or something with it. When my motion of discovery came out, she had a camera in her purse. She was wearing
Wow.
wires for law enforcement.
I want to see this
and
motion of
confidential
discovery.
informant,
And that person had to drop some kind of money in order to make that.
I want to see it.
Legitimate buy.
Legitimate. Yeah, legitimate.
I want to see it.
Yeah. Wow. They did
Post
it
your
dirty.
Karen. Post your
And this is what they're over there laughing at and
Hold
thinking it's so funny. And she's a felon forever.
Hold on.
I mean, come on.
The woman had a camera in her purse. The woman had a camera in her purse. For the love of merciful Pete, I swear I gotta fix my lighting because my little light this little light of mine just went out. So just hold on for 1 second. Y'all can usually hear me when I'm talking in my room. Anyway, so that makes no sense whatsoever. To me, for this woman to just go to her son's friend's mother's that she doesn't know very well, and ask her just out of the blue to beg her that her back's hurting to get some, does she have some pills? I was a pill addict for most from the time I was 18 years old up until very recently. They have taken me off of Xanax, which is probably the best thing for the world if anybody knows me. And I don't know. If somebody just came up to me that I didn't know and asked me and started begging or was in their words begging for pain medicine, I don't think that I would trust that person, especially when they gave me that $20 or had to put that first of all, that $20 in. I believe, this is my personal belief, and I will fact check myself, but I think it's because you have to I don't know. Karen, thank you, Paula. Yes, let me tell you when. Okay, as all of you know, hang on, let me turn the light on. As all of you know, or most of you in here that have followed me before or anything like that, know my ex-fiance John is was y'all heard me say, no, y'all hear me one more time, hasn't been since 2015, but was a big time drug dealer to the point where he was almost charged kingpin status in the state of Alabama. Okay. The reason his charges got dropped is because a person who wasn't a CI, they had got busted that day and were trying to save their own ass, said that they knew where some drugs and some guns and some surveillance cameras were and yada yada yada. Okay, well, and it happens. They came in, but that was first of all, they did a no knock, and it was an illegal search and seizure because they did not have a buy between the two of them. It was just them taking the word of someone they knew a little better. I can't deal with this lighting right now. I'll come back on. I can't find a charger that's long enough to do what I have to do, so we'll just do it like this. I'll just say screw it. We'll just look at me all lighting. So I'll just have my light on. Okay, so when they did that, the cop told him that they wouldn't bother asking him for any information on anybody because they were looking for the big fish, and he was the big fish. Because they busted 14 people when that day that they went and busted John in 2015. Okay. The county of Chilton in Alabama he had every charge. We paid a lawyer in Alabama $50,000. But they had to give him back our Mustang Cobra. They had to give him back both of his motorcycles, my SUV, everything, to the point where they said they lost one of his cell phones and they had to write him a check for $150 to give him his cell phone back because of what they did. There wasn't a gun on the property. So yes, if you're in here, Bushers, please hit the thumbs up. I mean, that's the least you can do, darlings. So there you go. That's my opinion on that. Karen was a pill dealer. Fred's mother was a pill dealer. Okay? And that's coming from Fred Hill. Jesus. Yeah, it's a mess. See, I'm looking at it's a fucking shit show.
Is it that big of a fucking deal?
Her own drug charges.
She was wired by the police. Mm-hmm. Which police? Scott County set you up, essentially.
Yeah.
That's insane. So that kind of explains those drug charges. Mm-hmm. That's why you went.
Okay, so I want to go a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to play all the way through. This is
My name is Ryan,
you'll have to go to Ryan's to watch the entire interview.
Yeah, you will.
I'm not going to play all of it, but there are certain parts that I want to get to.
Yeah. No, you're not being naive. We paid a lawyer $100, like I said, $50,000.
To build anything.
I'm an attorney, and I'm an attorney. I'm a paralegal in the state of Alabama, and I've seen lawyers move mountains, like pick them up, and move them. She threw her parents under the bus and was considered, yes. But Fred also sent Chad Arnold to the funeral, which I thought was very weird. I'm sorry, but like I said, this is my unbiased opinion. I don't know why Fred sent Chad over there. I don't get it, but that's something that Fred can answer. But I do think that's very weird.
Yes, it was probably,
Here we go.
in-face COPD. She had COPD for years.
Okay.
She's talking about this, or she's talking about the parents now.
The last couple, maybe 3 years of her life, probably the worst. That was when she really wasn't able to get out and do a lot. But right before summer went missing, was probably when she started getting the worst of it. She started having pneumonia a lot.
And this is about mom dying, right?
Yeah, the decline, yeah.
Fred's mom and dad passed away, and what's really weird is when mom died, Fred sent somebody to stand in for him.
Yeah, Chad Arnold, I guess.
Chad Arnold. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, make that make sense.
I can't.
Must have had better stuff to do that day. I mean, holy
me.
cow.
Yeah, like what I'm wondering.
Right before summer went missing. It's probably
Me too.
when she started getting the worst of it. She started having pneumonia a lot, had to go to the hospital and this.
This was on COVID too.
There's a lot of pneumonia in there.
Yes, that's what Dad passed away of. Was COVID. He wasn't poisoned like they claimed, but Mom was in and out of the hospital multiple times.
Laura.
She would spend,
That's right. Didn't even go to his own mom's funeral. Who does that? Who sends a stand-in to his mom's funeral? And why? Because he wasn't in jail. Ryan asks that. And no. I know, Marie. It's your mom. I know. Unforgivable.
Okay, I got I can answer that right
That's
now.
a little weird.
I can answer it. Fred is in my
replace of you for your mom.
I can answer that right now. This is see right there. Can y'all see? Okay. This is Fred Hill's response to me on this. So he's watching. He's just not in chat, and I get it. He said he paid Chad to go and fill the grave, kept from him having us to pay the funeral home $1,000. Oh, he paid Chad $1,000 to go fill the grave because it saved him from having to pay the funeral home $1,000. And to be honest about it, I gave Chad an 8 ball of dope to do it. Fred, why? Okay, now listen.
I give Chad 8 ball of dope to take and go and fill a grave in and stuff to keep from us having to pay $1,000 to the funeral home for them to do it. But everybody wants to talk about, why wasn't I there? Why wasn't Julie and Mom at Dad's funeral? It was because of Karen. And the reason I didn't go to Mom's funeral is because when I went to Dad's funeral, Karen was talking all kinds of shit to my oldest daughter and had her scared to death like all hell was going to break loose when I got there to the funeral and stuff. So I felt like it was best me not attend.
Now, that's Fred, and I believe Fred because, y'all, this persona of Karen that is being given off right now is not what I have heard from Fred, and he has told me some things. So there's the answer. Karen didn't come around them much, according to Fred. She was kind of like thought she was better than her until their dad got sick, or I think whichever one got sick first. I'm not exactly sure. But she didn't. That's when she started coming around. So take that into consideration. That's why I said I'm here to review this and give Fred's side without him being. Yeah, everybody says he interrupts him, so I'm letting this be told. And when Fred hears something that sounds redonkulous or that he knows the answer to, I'm going to play what he says, and you have your choice to believe Fred or to believe Karen. I don't believe Karen because Karen has lied to me in the past about some certain things. Fred has not. Okay? That's the difference between me and them. Only thing. So, do I think CHer and Benny are biased in a way? They have had a different relationship with Fred than I have. So I don't know. But what calling the probation officer, Fred Hill, you hear this? Y'all calling the probation officer with my blunt in my hand on Benny was not cool. If don't call damn law and don't do that. It's freaking YouTube. Fred does not enjoy being on YouTube, and Ziggy does do the talking, but Fred didn't even want to do this 7-hour thing at all.
And the only reason Karen attended both funerals, she always talked about she wanted to be the very first one to throw dirt in the motherfuckers' faces. And which she was.
She ain't who she says she is.
And it's sad.
She's a con artist.
Just like she's always made this comment that she's always wanted to see mom and dad in a padded room and nothing in there other than just them, and be able to sit there and watch them beat themselves to death or beat each other to death. That's how much Karen loved the family, you know?
Like I said, Fred told me Karen used to think she was better than her family. She wasn't around. He didn't. It was they were not close. So I can't wait to get to the part where she says how she used to be close to her brother. He's gonna have something to say about how I know about it.
I can't even imagine. It would have to be. I don't even know. Like I'd have to
turn my camera off for a minute, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
My nerves is bad.
Yeah, just what would keep you away from?
Thanks to the state of Louisiana for making this shit legal medicinally.
I think it's the rawest, purest form of shame is what would keep you away from actually physically burying, like, right? Because they're, in order to cut corners and save money, like they filled the hole in, right? So he wasn't even there to help fill the hole in, right? Like the whole thing is mind-boggling.
Just like she wanted to be the first one to throw dirt in their face.
What shame? What were you afraid of? Did you not go because you thought that the law was going to be there keeping their eye on people, so you didn't show up because you didn't want that?
Nope.
I don't know. Sociopaths, right?
Nope.
Maybe it just had a full day of selling meth to do. I don't know.
No.
Right.
Had a full schedule.
Right.
For 3 weeks, and a week to 2 weeks in ICU, and then they would step her down in the hospital.
That's Benny's opinion. That's not what happened.
She would go in intubated, not able to breathe for herself, things like that. It was pretty scary. They would step her down when she would get off the breathing tube and stuff, and then eventually they would send her to like a rehab and nursing home for therapy and stuff, so she could go back home. Yeah, it happened a lot. The last time she went to the hospital, Julie had been down there and she went home. And Julie had installed cameras in the house. That way, even when she goes home to tend to her home or feed her animals or whatever she had to do. She could still kind of keep an eye on her, make sure she was okay. Because Julie,
Okay,
she lived the rest of
let
her
me
life,
correct
so
myself.
that's just
This is what Fred has told me. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just what I'm being told. But Benny has told me different, and I don't. So I'm going to stay out of this part. But he said that Ziggy was mad one night and she threatened to call the police, the probation officer, but she did not. Well, don't threaten it. Don't threaten it. The reason it pisses me off, Fred, is because I've been on fucking probation. And to be honest with you, Donna said, okay. I remember Benny did say something about this. Donna Serafina called Benny's probation officer. And that's when Benny turned on them two. Well, I don't know. Like I said, that should have never been done. But if Ziggy didn't do it, then, she needs to get with Benny on that. That's between them. It just pisses me off because I have had it done to me. And I shouldn't have been dirty. But I was, because I was, doesn't make an excuse. I was a damn addict, and we gonna be clean but the week before we gotta go. If you're not on color code like Fred is, you have to go once a month. So, that's what I would do. But there's shady people out there that do things like that, and it was done to me. Donna Serafina, I don't like her. She can go scratch. I really don't. I don't like the way she did Ziggy and Fred. She had them all out there, and I think she was, I don't know. But Fred and Ziggy like her. I don't think they did it very tasteful. She could have edited out something like Fred being emotional, things like that. And people saying, why did Fred have to walk off because he was emotional? Because he was talking about a missing child that he knew and has seen before, and he has a heart. My God. Oh my God, I'm starting to yell. If my blood pressure gets up, it's gonna be on. I believe she did use him 120 acres. I believe she's used everybody, and the JJ and Tylee thing. She did not solve that damn case. She had Ryan and Jen running all over damn Tennessee looking like fools. Fred can't tell you why. He doesn't know why his sister hates him so bad. I can't. We don't. He said she's always been like that since they were kids. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's go a little further. We already heard about. Everybody's pretty much heard about Fred not being at chat with Chad Arnold. So let's see where we're at. Let's get to. Because I didn't realize how long I've been on here. All right, let's go. Where are we at right now? All right, we went past what they were talking about.
On the stick. So this is the stick. The hair came down on both sides. Got that? You told him.
Let me back this up right here.
And it was covered in ashes.
Okay.
But it was blonde hair.
It was. You could tell it was blonde. Yes.
Do what?
What do you think?
So,
You want to finish listening to that a little bit?
I know where she's going. I've listened to it.
Yeah.
So for me, a lot of the things around the ashes are what gives me trouble, because I have been
Very odd.
in families that burn trash throughout my life. I was up on the hill with the Wells. I saw their trash burning
Several times.
the way they do it. And so when I break down in my mind, how did these ashes get into these two tarps? Like, there's a process to it, right? You didn't burn the trash in the tarps because the tarps would be burnt up as well. So what is that a fire was started to incinerate something, and for whatever reason.
I meant to do this at the beginning, guys. I want to apologize to everybody that was in here last night. I have been going through major things in my life. John's about to have his leg cut off. Having to be both of us right now. I'm also having to keep my eBay store up, my Etsy store, and all this. And my face was feeling red, and so I took my blood pressure. It was a little high. And I took a clonidine, not a Klonopin, a clonidine, which on the bottle says it was for insomnia. So sorry, I was a little tired last night, but no, marijuana is the only thing in my system, and maybe a beer. But I'm not a liquid alcoholic. I am a everything under the bathtub, bathroom sink alcoholic type person, So I just wanted to apologize. No, I don't have them listed, but I will. And I'm on Whatnot. I am going to be doing this lady does not come. If I don't hear from her by tomorrow that she's coming by, if y'all are interested, let me put this out there. If y'all are interested in anything vintage, like I have crystal, I have ceramics, I have vintage glassware, I have like some Fenton stuff, I have a lot of Anchor Hawking crystal, I have Mikasa, I have old Cash family ceramic. I have a lot of cool stuff. I have some silver stuff. I've got a lot. So if anybody is interested in that, I would no uranium. Chill Billy. Hey Chill Billy, how are you? I used to watch you when you was on Crack 40 TV with but no, if anybody can find me a good deal on some, I'm gonna get it. I'm not giving it, but see, that's something I wouldn't sell because I'd keep it. I just now started getting rid of carnival glass. I had an addiction to carnival glass, y'all. That was just out of this world. Okay, 120 acres. My email. Let me. I'm gonna update my bio real quick. And I'm gonna put my email in there. And I will, do you have Facebook? I'm sure, look, this is me on Facebook. I've been doxxed. I don't care. Everybody knows. Vintage jewelry. No, what I do, with vintage jewelry and brooches, is I am also very crafty. It's part of being a Pisces. And I make, I'm going to give you my name on Facebook. I make sometimes for brides, I'll make it's called a brooch bouquet, which is like they'll bring me brooches of their families or if I have some. And if I make stuff out like this, I have this piece of glass right here that's got some old jewelry on it. And I have a ton of Mardi Gras beads. So I've been making stuff out of that. But I make things. I have a mirror right here that I've done that's got some jewelry in it. It's like I've painted it, but I got to go through and clean it up. But it's got some old jewelry on it. But I do stuff like that. I have a Mardi Gras mirror over there that I did, and I sell that on Etsy. So let me get my name in here. But yeah, this is how you can find me on Facebook. My picture is me in a pink, a pink dress. So in front of this wall. But that is me on Facebook, and just tell me who you are. You're from East Tennessee, but not the same guy from Brad's. Okay. All right. I understand. I seen Brad for the first time yesterday. Actually, I ran across him on TikTok. And I went in there for a minute, but I don't know. Brad said some pretty rude things to me. So, you know, it is what it is. I was thinking you were Chillbilly as in with Jinkies, because I would love me some Jinkies now. I can't help it. I don't care who don't like Jinkies. I love me some Jinkies. Really? Okay, well I'm gonna start keeping it because I find a lot of that in storage units, guys. I find so much, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start another channel that's gonna be whenever I am unboxing from the units, like doing the clean outs and stuff like that, so y'all can see. I do, and my buyers pay shipping, and I ship everything the day that you order it. Everything that you order from me is wrapped very, very well. I haven't had any complaints but one, and I was very mad about that. So I refunded them because the post office just don't give a shit. They don't know. My Etsy store is not as big as eBay, but I have a lot on Marketplace, and I ship from Marketplace. I put how do I pin this? Just find me on Facebook. Because I have to update my eBay store. It does not have the stuff that I have now is not on eBay. So if that's the Chillbilly from Jinkies, I do too. Okay, so I'll just leave this up here. Well, I have 120 acres. I have to update those. All that stuff is sold. That's what I'm saying. I have to do some work on that, and it's crazy. But I have and if you when you buy something from me, I do, like, if I tell you it's Anchor Hawking, I can prove it's Anchor Hawking, or who it's from and all that. It's just like, you guys, I was in rehab for a month. And I came home to John having triple bypass 3 days after I was home, and then having to have a vein put into his leg. That didn't take, so now he's having his leg amputated on March the 8th. So I probably will be away for a little bit. I'm not the type that's going to be able to, but when I'm here by myself, because he's going to be gone for 3 weeks through rehab, Chillbilly Crushes, hey, do you make shirts and stuff? Like cups or shirts, or because I got a shirt at a shop today. Okay, well, I'm going to go on Whatnot probably pretty soon. But look, it says what does it say? A little bit country and a little bit hood. That's what I thought it was cute, and I have another one I bought that said, okay, well, I got some pretty stuff, y'all. I really do. I was gonna do TikTok shop, but people said there's not a lot. Yes, he has to have his leg. They're gonna go a little below the knee. So, and then at the 6 week mark, they'll be able to fit him for prosthetic. So he'll have to do vinyl heat transfer. Okay. I might have to get with you on some business, Chillbilly. Chillbilly be chilling. But you need to get back with Jinkies. But if y'all want to listen, I want to get to the very end because I heard that's what's pretty important according to the AI. That we get talked about using for some. I don't know. Have y'all noticed I have not talked about the other drawings of people I usually talk about, because you know what? I'm decided if I don't say nothing, there ain't nothing gonna be said about me. So that's the best way to handle that. Let's see what I'm gonna get to a little bit further down with Benny and them. Who watched this last night? Because I got to right about here.
YouTube, you're talking to someone who was in a suicide pact, like really, really tried it and lived to tell the tale.
Oh, this is when
Ziggy. Nobody fucking knew that I was doing
Ziggy, why in the world you did this, I will never know, Fred. There ain't gonna be nothing that you can tell me that's gonna convince me of otherwise about this. But this is what Ziggy does here.
Look what you made me do to you.
Yeah.
That's what that is right there. Look what you made me do.
Yeah.
We all know what that talk is.
Friend me on Facebook, and here, let me get mine.
That's that old abuser talk.
Because he's actually amped up to talk, guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to do this, but you made me do it.
What a tough guy.
Say that
Y'all be nice.
Like a murderer? Like insinuate
Whoa.
and just like make, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting.
Nobody did that.
Really?
I didn't hear murderer. Did you hear
What's the
murderer?
name?
No, I
Are you
said
guys
that.
ready to kill myself? Is that what you want?
Wow.
Listen,
you
I don't
gonna
play
try
with
to
that. I don't. Oh. I mean, if you're offering, no, I'm just playing. I won't go there. But like,
You're so
listen,
stupid.
that's crazy work right there.
Yeah.
That's manipulation, you guys. That's gaslighting. That's narcissistic abuse. That's disgusting. That she put that on her husband too, by the way, which is fucking wild. Whoa, that's crazy work.
And you know, I heard subsequent to her saying this,
I agree.
someone, you know, I'm not going to say who it is, but they were like, you know what? Do you mean to tell me you don't actually have one person that cares about you? Because if you had one person, you'd have had a knock on the door, right? You're doing all this crazy hurt yourself talk. Like,
I'm trying to put my link in here.
Make sure you were okay.
So
no one sent, you know, a first responder over there to check on you, or no, they're here for it.
She's burnt all those bridges, Benny. She's cried wolf so many damn times that's clearly just for attention right there. She like to YouTube. You're talking to someone who was in a suicide pact, like really, really tried it and lived to tell the tale. And I'll tell you what, nobody fucking knew that I was doing that.
Nope.
Like, except for that group. But we didn't go around like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. What you didn't do was go announce that we were doing it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And which is the only reason I feel comfortable in saying stupid shit like, well, if you're offering, because I don't pander to that kind of, it's abuse, you guys. That is her abusing you guys. That is disgusting. It's everything. It's manipulation. It's gaslighting. It's narcissistic abuse. It is mental abuse. It is abusing the subscribers.
Your spouse.
It's so many things.
Don't be mad.
And right isn't one of them.
That's for sure.
Jesus. And you know what? I stopped counting because I think she says it like at least 4 or 5 more times. And I was like, damn, don't play. Yeah, it's disgusting.
For somebody who loves their brother so much, it really makes 0 sense what they did.
Wow, and there it is.
And
put that. So, Karen, how dare you do an interview with Ryan? And so now your brother's gonna kill himself.
Is that what she just said?
Pretty much. I'll read it. That's basically it.
Is that what you want? I'm stuck back.
I don't even want to do this, but it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why we're back, because I mean, to call Fred, like, to say that Fred is like a murderer, like insinuate this and then just like make, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. Really? What's the end game here? Are you guys wanting me to kill myself? Is that what you want?
There you go, Ryan. That's what I mean.
Are you wanting Fred to kill himself?
Wow.
No,
Now
Ziggy.
For somebody who loves their brother so much, it really makes zero sense what they've been doing. Somebody sent me a private document that nobody would have had it not been for.
So, you say you love your brother, Karen, but like, how dare you speak?
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy word.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get past that part because that is controversial to me.
Make that make sense.
I have been.
Then he says I'm running because I wasn't here to fucking answer the door. Why do I care about a cease and desist, Ryan? I don't fucking talk about you. I'm not on here to talk about you. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Hate mob constantly against Fred.
Wow.
Right.
They all.
This all triggered because Karen sat down with Ryan.
Shame on you, Karen and Ryan.
Karen said the same shit on Six Up.
Could you, Ryan?
What is the purpose of this? Like we've stopped.
We're wondering.
I'm off of YouTube. What more do you fucking want?
Oh God! Don't say
You
it.
want me to kill myself?
Oh, here.
Oh.
No, that's me.
Are you wanting Fred to kill
No,
himself?
Oh, again.
we don't.
What in?
Okay, I'm gonna stop, Mimi.
Heck? Ziggy.
Okay, yeah, we'll stop there. Sure, my darling, if you're here, Fred, if you want to come up, you're always welcome. Ziggy, if you want to Benny, whoever, I don't care. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up that's in here. You have to show your face, and if I don't know you and know that you're not going to pull your pecker out or play a porno on here, like if you're not Lips, or anybody else, I will let you up here. But if it's because I've been porn bombed twice, so I don't, it's not cool. So, all right, guys. So now, what do y'all think? Let me tell y'all what I know about Karen. Karen hates Fred. For some reason, Karen loves Six Up and believes everything that comes out of her mouth, and that's fine. That's their opinion, whatever. Let them be. But I love CHer dearly. I love Benny. I don't agree with everything that I agree with pretty much everything CHer says when it comes to the Summer Wells case. Ahead of time, what? Chili Billy? Chili Billy. What does that mean? Ask me what? All right, hold on. Enter. They are two peas in a pod. They're best friends. Both of them. I've never talked to Six Up personally, but I've talked to Karen. Let's see if I can't find some of them messages. Since everybody wants to put shit out there on Fred, I'll find something on Karen. No. If the porn bomb, shut up, you Billy. You say it. No, that was Lips had control of my channel because she's a POS. And she said that all drug addicts should die because they're killing themselves anyway, even though she's 11 years clean, according to her, whatever. But anyway, this stupid bitch. I forgot I hadn't got in my head. Made me her friend. I let her be my administrative mod, and the bitch, while I was asleep, puts the porn on uploads the porn as a video on my channel, so I get fucked over for that. Nicolina did it to me one time because I was a fucking meth head looking like what happened to who done it on YouTube acting stupid. So I own up to my bullshit. Sorry, I just do. I'm honest. I'm brutally honest, and that's why a lot of people don't like me. But oh well, fuck them. I love me. I seen that Munch was live. Y'all want to? Has anybody been over there? Do y'all watch him? What do y'all think about that? Did y'all watch Mama Bear, Brooks, and all them people? They're all having a, because this is a little bit of a drama channel too. Let me ask y'all something. Andrews were gone, I guess, but what is your opinion on the whole Randy Clark situation? Do y'all think Candace was really engaged to this man while Don was in Utah and planned to sell him the house on Ben Hill Road? I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Oh, I'm asking him to change his way. Ziggy gets to laughing evil too. She overlaughs. Like 6-Ups laughs evil. Fuck yeah, she. I don't know. I mean her on G-Hall. Are you talking about CHer? You say you don't think that was an issue? I believe anything 120 acres tells me so. Because every time I'm wrong, she comes back and she takes me on it. She always got there's for one they don't have a pot to pee in, so how are they going to buy? True. 666. I agree. 2 years ago on Facebook, I posted, I think I healed too much. I don't like nobody. Well, I healed a whole lot. Y'all, I'm going to turn my camera back on. I'm just done got stoned. I've done shit. Y'all think I didn't like nobody before? I am that bitch that if you ain't got nothing nice to say, come sit next to me. I don't like nobody. Well, there I like y'all, but you know what I mean. There's a lot more people out here not to like on these YouTube streets that I've met. Because everybody wants to be so ugly. I'm not ugly looking, but ugly to each other. It's like, oh my God, they're gonna get me. They gonna get them a subscriber. Shit, y'all, hold on. Don't do that. Oh no, what the fuck. I don't care. I mean, of course, I do like getting subscribers. If I ever get monetized, good for me, Lord. Because I'm trying to stay consistent, do this daily, and not be. I'm not all. Not say that word. I'm not all. I'm not doing math problems all the time on here, so therefore, I can go live and not have to be embarrassed about it. Well, other than the fact that I sound like cornbread when I talk, I don't want. I cannot listen to me talk on the phone at all. So, y'all are so sweet. Candace's name isn't on anything. I know she couldn't do it. And Candace, if my opinion, I think Candace did. Y'all, I'm sorry. I've never met Candace, but I've seen Candace do some pretty jokester things. And I think Candace promised some things while Don was out of town and was going to sell that house and lied to people. But I don't think she was engaged to Randy Clark. Because, I don't know though. I think when Don didn't 120 acres, can you answer me this one? When Don was in Utah, didn't Summer and the two younger boys and Grandass go to Utah? Not Utah. Where the fuck? Wisconsin. Like they had Summer little birthday party up there, and she was like dressed cute, and like with I guess to see family or something like that. Pretty sweet Pete, you have a channel? I watched something on Grizzly about the see, okay. So then how would she be engaged to Randy Clark if she was most of the time in or went to be in Wisconsin? Summer looked happy when she was up there. Oh, they did. Candace was a freak, ain't she? Good Lord. I'm gonna watch it. That's what I like. Because I find some funny. I bet you I can get clipped all the time because I'm telling y'all I sound like Boomhauer's wife. We can understand each other just fine. Let's see what else we can talk about. Anybody from the another let's see Benny's 7-minute video that he did earlier. I wanna if anybody doesn't mind, I'd like to play that. Killer Looks. Did he do something new? No. Where's Benny? Cheesy. Benny. There's Benny. Okay. This is titled It Isn't Always What It Looks Like. It's 10 minutes long. It was an hour ago.
Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen. There's no white cast, so you can't see it.
When everything on the IHOP value menu is just $6.
How dare me? I do not pay for this.
Just eggs, bacon, and fluffy pancakes.
Yeah. I was in jail. The woman that Paula that said she used to. She said the P word, but I'm not going to say it. But she slang her hoo-ha out of both pant legs.
Pretty on par with why I thought it was that way. And if you want to hear my thoughts on that, I can sort of paraphrase, is that my thinking was that with
Molly was funny.
The, self-harm baiting, that I believed it was sort of an orchestration.
And Ziggy's channel is back, by the way.
Ideology, we'll call it, that Ziggy had to propose.
I've never heard of this.
The feeling of her and unfortunately Fred feeling threatened in a way online where they would self-harm.
My friend named her boobs Molly and
Dolly. The channel down now in her mind would represent a loss of income, right? Now making a defamation suit in her mind more viable. When in actuality, I think that I've potentially stumbled on to why it was taken down. And I'm not sure. I mean, I think that the reason it was taken down is still faulty thinking, right? So as you'll see right here, Fred had court in Tennessee on the 16th. It was continued or rescheduled.
So it happens all the time.
Now, it's a status hearing. And typically a status hearing while you're on probation is to suggest that something about the probation could be problematic. I don't know if it has something to do with not paying fines, which could be. Not doing any of the things that are stipulated to you when you take the plea and intake for probation. There's something going on, right? I kicked around the idea for a moment that potentially this was some sort of hearing for
Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion.
I ain't pay for YouTube. I'm not gonna pay for
YouTube.
YouTube.
Stronger.
an interstate compact. If you're not aware of what an interstate compact is, that is the process in which you must go through in order to change a venue of probation out of state, right? To take the probation on the road, it's an interstate compact. So that would be more of a hearing that would definitely take place in Indiana, not Tennessee would just agree again that they'll have him back, just the same way that Indiana agreed to take him, right? It's the two counties communicate, and with that communication, Indiana accepts the supervision.
I'm gonna hide my face, y'all.
Sort of on a cordial basis, right? Like, we'll do you a favor and we'll supervise him here. Right?
I love my
friends.
Right? I do.
So,
okay, cool.
There clearly is some sort of issue with the probation. Now, I'm not going to sell you the idea because I don't know. I'm not here to sell you the idea that this is the preliminary part of a probation violation, right? Because I don't know. What I am saying is that
so before y'all say Benny did this,
is with the probation could, if it's not addressed, could ultimately lead to a violation, right? So really shouts out to them for keeping it quiet, right? Do I believe that this is a result of people calling Fred's probation? I don't at all, right? Because if you're doing the right things, right, a lot of states will look at your online influence.
I want to know
as a career or a job. Probations will also accept that. So
if you can find me the link,
Ziggy's career is a podcaster, and that he's there for every podcast, then and it's earning.
He's not there.
It has a monetary value that would suffice a job, right? So I'm guessing that it's, and I'm not selling it to you. This is my opinion. This is opinion based. I believe it's a monetary issue. I believe that whatever is going on with the finances, things are being put before paying the probation fees. Now, I don't have any knowledge of what his fees are per month.
Will you send me that link,
there could potentially be restitution. If he's ordered to take any substance abuse counseling or classes, those too could cost. The UA cost from the state is anywhere from $15 to $50. I don't know what they're charging him to do urine analysis, but these things cost. And as long as you're taking care of all of your obligations, some of us who know, we know.
Yeah.
There isn't any like, hey, we're going to do regular court dates that you have to leave Indiana and come all the way to Tennessee for. There isn't any of that, right? So in my opinion, to track back to base point. In my opinion,
well, on that is my situation before. In 2009, I came down here. I got in trouble in Alabama, but mine was just for being stupid and being publicly intoxicated. Like Ron White says, I was not trying to be drunk in public. I was trying to be drunk in a bar. Y'all threw me into the public. But it's a very there's bad blood there, and some people are gonna. I don't believe everything Karen said. So far, I believe everything Fred's told me. But I was looking through my Facebook to see if I could find. I'm not gonna share text messages because I don't do that. I don't record people. I just don't like it. I don't like it being done to me. So therefore, I would not like to do it to anyone. Unless you tell them, "Hey, I'm recording you." It's actually against the law. But I would never do that to anybody. It's not cool. It's wrong. It's like calling probation officers is wrong. Threatening to call probation officers is wrong. Hey, Michelle Davis, how are you? I need to pin this. Because I don't want to. What was the name of the channel again? I'll remember it. I'll write it down real quick. I know, and yeah, exactly. And I do think a lot of people are trying to get Fred back put back in prison. I do, and I think that's such a fucking that's wrong. It's wrong. Okay, he got out of jail. He went to jail. If he was guilty, people, use your fucking brain. He was in jail long enough that they questioned him about Cotton. They questioned him about Summer. If he was guilty of either one of those things, his ass would still be in jail. He would not be able to go to Indiana. He would not be able to leave the state. Now, and that's the way I said it. No, and I don't think he will. I think he's gonna continue to fish, and if he kept now, like him coming in here or hit me up on Facebook when he does shit, it's when, like that. Shut up, Dick. Oh, couillon. Some of my friends, I tell you what. Some people know me because some people are just that fucking smart. They peep out everything you do, and they just peep shit. Like people like when people go to critiquing a certain person that is a friend of mine, so killer looks. He makes more sense than any of y'all motherfuckers, including myself. And they were to judge what he said. He didn't say nothing. Like he didn't accuse nobody. What he simply found something that was said that he found a discrepancy in. Okay. So Munch wanted to call Killer Looks out on his video, and that pissed me off, like to where I had to do something about it, a video about it, because you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna run back and tell. I don't have to tell him shit. This motherfucker knows. He knows his shit. I ain't got to tell him nothing. I learned a lot of things from him. Leave him alone. Leave Fred alone. You know, ain't nobody, my back porch hell, I ain't perfect. I am not perfect. I just don't do math problems anymore. I don't take Xanax. So therefore, I don't act a donkey. Well, I mean, I can't say I don't act a donkey because I'm a little crazy, but hell, bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I can do that. Oh, and we got some shit going on down here, y'all. Good God. Baton Rouge. I don't know what the fuck these kids down here are doing. Y'all quit making. If you live in Baton Rouge and you do rap and you happen to run across this, y'all quit rapping about each other because it makes y'all kill each other, and innocent people are in the crossfire. The National Guard about needs to be down here in this damn city. A bunch of addicts upon addicts, yep. But I'm an addict myself, so I can't say shit. I will be an addict till the day that I die. I can't help it. I'm a bars this way. No, I have. Hell, I have a problem. You know, I can't do certain things that normal people. Normal people don't do meth. First of all, we don't. They don't. Thank you. Right here. And I don't give a fuck who disagrees with that. That's family to me. And not just because he's from Louisiana. Not just because I'm from Louisiana. He goes for the facts. He don't get involved in not a motherfucker's drama. Nobody's. First to call me out on my fucking drama. Whenever I'm being stupid. And will tell me. Will come in my chat and tell me that I'm being... Trust me. He's done his fucking research. He's done it right. Just like Cher. Say what you want to about her. Say what you want to about Benny. Benny's been on Benny Hill Road. Cher's had a very in-depth conversation with Dawn. I don't give a fuck what nobody says what she did, how she did this. Okay. I did some pretty ratchet shit too up on here. That I'm not happy about. But hell, I can't change it. It's out there. Thanks to Mama Bear. And I know some of you might like her. More power to you. That's what I say to her. But I love Suzette. You know, they're friends. So I choose to, not talk to Suzette and things like that to keep it to where they don't say nothing to her. But I do. What? Look, I love everybody. God dang it. I try to. I don't like people. I don't hate anybody but Lips. I'm sorry. I hate that bitch. I said, now I sound like the wonderful Whites of West Virginia. If y'all ain't never seen that, please go watch it. I love them people. I do. Sue Bob with the titties. You have to, if you know, you know. It's great. I used to watch a channel here called Scooter Beggins, and he would give old Darky, which is Jessica White's, who it's about, nephew. And you have to go look it up. It's fucking hilarious. Yes, he's very talented. Very talented. And I agree with him about that gate, man. Like, something about that property. Like, because Fred told me himself that, that Andy Bernard's daddy was one of the first people to show up on the 15th. And he said that he hadn't seen Andy Bernard's dad over there since he was a little boy. Okay. I will definitely look at that. Well, why does she not have a channel anymore? Like, what? Or does she still have a channel? I thought they lived in New York. Yeah, those are my people. Like, I ain't the type that I ain't gonna go against. I don't go against anybody that I've ever, talked to or anything like that. I don't do that. I'm not two-faced. I still have my best friend, but we've been best friends since it's been 28 years. 28 years of 43 years of my life. So, I tried, like, was I a shitty ass fucking person? Hell yeah. Did I do some stupid shit? I was a drug addict, of course. But are you going to find any damn thing? She got bullied off YouTube? Of course that happens. Hell, they bullied me off. I came back, though. My ass ain't backing down. Yeah. I'm like, Boosie, bitch. You ain't got to say what you want, motherfucker. But you don't ever do what Loops did. And the porn bomb, that's minor. But you make a YouTube account in my daughter's name. Yes, she is grown. But she does not get on here and has nothing to do with this. Nothing. And that's when I was being stupid. And she makes an account with my daughter's name, and she was at her graduation, which, and her picture. And I have a amazing child. Like, she has her master's degree at 24 years old. She's great. And she involved. So I don't care what you do, what she does to her kids. But damn it, lips, Casey Jordan. I hate fucking Mark Terry too. He can go suck up shit digger's ass. For all I care. Because he lives not far from my daughter, which I have somebody's eyes on his ass at all. He's right down the road. Mark Terry Everett. He thought, thanks. I'm good luck, you fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo. He beat, and if y'all don't know who that is, he beats up he's allegedly. There's videos on a clip channel called Mark Terry, Mr. T, that is where he admits to beating his wife. He admitted he also made a GoFundMe or something, or a live for clicks and views, saying that his wife died. Okay, so both of them can go scratch, because especially you lips, your fucking ass itches. Herpes. Peach. And she keeps threatening she's gonna do something. What you gonna do? I've admitted to everything that I've done. If you can find something that I've done since I've been off of, and don't make it no AI video either, you little bitch. All you do is sit up in your fucking bed all day, bothering everybody. I mean, look what you did. Like, yeah, Nicolina porn bombed me, but she had a fucking reason to do what she did. Cotton Candy's called me out because on my behavior, and I haven't spoken to her, and that does bother me because that was even though her and Cher wasn't getting along, she was still my friend too and gave me some real ass fucking advice, and I didn't fucking listen. But that's one of my amends I have to make because I do work myself. She is. Yes, that's her. Yeah, Mark Terry at one time, but the rotation it fell apart. I think Mark's trying to have it with Kevin. Kevin was involved. No, I think him and Kevin broke up. I don't keep up with that bastard. Now he hated Lips at the time, but now him and her's co-host. I mean, this shit's like it's like damn high school. I got 1 minute you're friends with this one, and I'm one of the worst ones, and the next minute you don't like them. But here lately, I'm stuck to I talk to, as far as having friends that are creators that I can confide in and go to and get some real information, give them information and them not give it out unless I tell them to. It would be CHer, Fred, Benny, and Killer Looks. That's the only people that I can honestly say ain't gonna, lie to me and have been completely honest with me about shit. That's like don't try and as far as like creators go, and Fred's always been honest with me. I just those are people I know that ain't recording me if I talk to them or ain't gonna say this, that, and the other shit. Like I said, has Benny called me out? Yes, y'all. But if you know my old channel that was taken down, you would see, and I have some of the videos saved, and I think I want to do a before and after of even what I looked like then. If you go to Mama Bear's channel, you probably see some of me. Andrew, I think, had some up there. I don't think Munch knows how to do that, so Nicolina. But I don't have a problem with Nicolina anymore. I just have a problem with Lips. I don't even have a problem. I don't have a problem with anybody. Mama Bear, I'm mad at her, but hell, we're just gonna stay mad at each other because that shit ain't. She wasn't cool. What I was doing wasn't cool, and the people that sent her the information wasn't cool for her to put it out. But it was all a bunch of fuck shit, and it happened. It happened. It just shows me your integrity, your character, and you ain't I don't vibe with that kind of tribe. That's why I said I'm a nomad right now. Like, I don't have a clique. I have people that, you never seen it. Oh, be blessed. Be very, very blessed. Because I don't know. If Fred was in here, he'd tell you, fuck, a lot of them can tell you. 100, let's see. I don't see anybody. It was pretty bad. Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people don't. But you get your feelings hurt sometimes when people, and now I don't bring my feelings to YouTube anymore. Like as far as that goes, because I'm not going to get that involved in it to where I'm not going to talk so bad and say so ugly to people. I know, I understand, and that's where we all agree to disagree. And killers never called him a liar. Right. I just judge, I just kind of, I like, yeah, if y'all would see that my subscriptions to the channels I'm subscribed to, you would laugh your asses off. Like I watch something called Real Right and Uncut all the time. And it's freaking hilarious. I watch a lot of conspiracy stuff. There's a new channel, the Vigilante Taco, that is fucking hilarious. Of course, I watch Derek Baker. I'm looking at it now. CHer, Boober's on there. I watch him. Michael Clifton, he's another good one. He's from Alabama. He's comes, I think, part of the prison community, but he's a good one. I'm subscribed to PG because how could you not? Because you never know what's going to come out of her mouth. BK, Helen Brooks, Bailey. I like Bailey Sarian, but I don't watch her as much. Shay, I'm so 6 Up, Ryan Up Church, Soft White Underbelly. That's another good one. And 23-1. Crystal's Crime. And Crystal ain't been on in a while, has she? Since 420, it looks like. Jinkies. Even though Jody Sue. I know. I think it's funny to go through just some of the shit that I forgot that I was even like. I about to say prescribed, subscribed to some of this shit. LB, that's another good one. If you're all are like, oh my god, like the Duggars right now. How do y'all remember the Duggars? The 19 Kids and Counting and all that. Okay. Well, I came to YouTube to listen to look for. Okay, there was a podcast from Bibb County, Alabama, in a town called Woodstock, called S-Town, which meant shit town, and it's very true. But I have like 8 tattoos. Most of them are on my back, but they were all done at this tattoo shop that the guy Tyler, that's one of the biggest people, biggest players in the story. This is a true story. It's about our friend John B. McLemore. It was like a very, very big podcast. It was one award winning. Look it up. It's called S-Town. You won't be sorry. Because I knew John McLemore, and he hated women. He hated tattoos. But when Tyler would need like a bill to be paid or something, I didn't. But he had his whole chest got tattooed because to give Tyler money to pay a bill. Anyway, he had a maze in his backyard. Supposedly he had some gold hidden, and somebody found it. It was either the town clerk, Tyler, or the police. Well, Tyler was just shot and killed about 2 years ago. And I tell you, Tyler was one of my really good friends. Like my ex-boyfriend that I lived with was his cousin, Uncle Jimmy, that's involved with that you'll hear about. Uncle Jimmy was my ex-boyfriend's stepdad. So yes, I knew. So anyway, I was watching that. Then I came across Secrets True Crime podcast, which was about Walker County, Alabama, case about Eric Cates and his dog Gypsy and what happened and the corruption, which is why I follow everything Walker County, because I hate Nick Smith. That's the worst sheriff that you'll ever. Y'all think Ronnie Lawson's bad? Look up Sheriff Nick Smith, which I'm going to be covering him too soon, because I don't live in Alabama anymore, so I can do that. I can't cover the sheriff of this secure county parish of East Baton Rouge because he is my cousin. And he has been the sheriff for years. But anyway, the Duggars had a son, Josh. Y'all remember Josh? Are you from Alabama? What part? If you don't want to put that on there, you don't have to. I'm from Bessemer. I grew up in Bessemer. I graduated from Hueytown. Walker County. It's called. There's Criminally Curious podcast has a YouTube video up called 41 Lost Souls. And I saw that first. Then I went to Eric. Eric's is the one I came across first. I've covered Hayden Mayberry before, but I want to do it. Oh, really? Hell, we might know each other because I know everybody from Dan Bessemer. Trust me. I was a bartender and a paralegal. Know everybody. But anyway, look, listen to what these damn Duggars did. Good night, 120. Yeah, this is the longest time. I'm going to end it about 10 minutes, but because it's getting really late, isn't it? Oh, Lord, it's 11 o'clock. Well, the oldest brother, Josh, went to jail for SA. Or not SA. Was it? Yeah, yes, SA and his sisters. Well, I don't know where Joseph comes into as far as the 19 kids go, but he has now went and done the same thing as in shit. So let's listen to this is the latest that has Josh Duggar's just no y'all go watch Without a Crystal Ball. Yeah. She has the whole thing because it's just too much to replay, and I don't got her permission. Another one I watched that this son of a bitch here, he comes out with more shit about it's called USA GSA Richard Moore. Have y'all heard of him? We're not playing him. But he calls out snitches. It's called, look, breaking news, snitches, rats, snitches, haters, and something else. But he says he's being gang stalked, and then he had this one guy on there talks about he wrote something called the Meth Bible, and it's I don't know. It's crazy to me, very. I was trying to say if I was subscribed to that channel, but I'm not. What happened to Nature Lover? I always like their stuff. Which one? Oh, the one from Mississippi? About the snitches and the rats and the... It's USA GSA and Richard Moore. Lisa Kay did something on him, I think, one time. I have to go back and look at her channel and see. What's Jody C been talking about lately? What a curious freaking pickle they weave. I can't listen to her. I just listen to clip channels of her. I was watching Six Up before I went on just to see what she had said about all of it. But Real Right Uncut today, he did a video about, there's some of the shit that goes on. Like, he goes around, he films addicts. Of course, they give him the permission to do it. But there's this crazy girl named Jen. Y'all listen to this girl. Listen to what she has to say. It's 10 minutes. It's funny. Good night, 120 acres. We love you.
This is what feeling alive feels like. Punch through the ceiling. Woo, that's spicy.
What's that thing that Nickelodeon always plays? My biscuit or something? Oh my god, that's funny. Goodness of the biscuit.
Volkswagen dealer today and get 1.9% APR or $3,500 customer bonus on a new 2026 Atlas.
Okay, so I guess now it's recording. Since the last time I talked to you,
Listen.
I had just got a job and lost a job because the guy said something and it set me off. And then I started thinking about it because he said something about me having too much energy. And I've
She
been working
did?
so hard to get
Y'all want
clean,
to
I can't tell him
listen.
that. He doesn't know that. So
Let's see. On Andrew? Well, I thought they were. I'm so confused. I thought they were all loving each other again. Oh, so you do watch Paula? Yes, she is fucking hilarious. I love Katie the most, though. Katie's my ride or die on that channel. Now, damn it. What about Nita? Is she still bad? That thing there. She ain't never done meth. Okay, here's the premiere on Andrew. Let's see.
Files. I mean, we know what we've done for other people, and that's it.
Okay, she's got Tammy up.
A lot of people who, I don't know. He just is lazy. He just doesn't know what to do with himself. I don't know if he just wants to just take and take. I mean, that's the thing you have to figure out. Do they just not want it? Because he used to work, didn't he? What did he used to do?
Here and there that I know of.
What?
Here and there that I know of. I know he worked for a little while, but he doesn't last long.
Oh.
And then when Rob was doing seal work last year, he offered to bring Andrew with him for $20 an hour, and he declined it.
Yeah, that's hard to feel bad
What?
for somebody if they say they don't have any money and then you offer them work. It's like, well, yeah.
A bad one, Paula?
Yeah.
I used to feel bad, but I don't really anymore. I got my own
In the
shit I gotta
RV?
worry about.
I think most of us get out of bed for money.
I mean, yeah, they offered him money, so I mean, shit, he should have been like, that's great, I'll be right there.
See, what a lot of, the thing is, Andrew wants to sit there and charge people $100 to get these files and these clips and these videos of Hunter.
You're not even that.
You know what? Newsflash. I have access to them all. They're all sitting on my computer.
This ain't about
I have
you.
access to everything that he's ever done on YouTube.
Well, of course, Hunter's not a kid anymore, so I mean,
And that's the thing. Hunter's not a kid anymore.
well, Hunter could go after his father for it. Not that he would, but he could.
Right. Well, you got to, one thing I can sit here and say, there's a lot of,
Where's $100?
there's a lot of animosity between Andrew and Hunter. I'm going to put it to you that way.
Okay, I'm going to get off here. I'm very, very tired. And I got to think a couple things I need to do in the house. So I'm probably, I won't be asleep. I've got a couple of I didn't mean to call you. Shit. You accidentally hit a button. You don't mean to call that person. Well, I just did that. But good night, y'all. I love you. Thank you to each and every one of you that has showed up. Please click the like button. Wouldn't hurt. Just gotta like this go. Click. Or look. Click. And if you want to subscribe, that would be amazing. But if you don't have to. But thank you for being here. But you better click that like button for being here. I say that every time. That's getting old. But I didn't want to keep playing Brooks and her maybe getting her red hair up her ass and all the things. So I pause it and I'm gonna watch it while I do my stuff and take a bath and go to bed. But yes, please subscribe if y'all want to. I think I sound like I'm begging. Do what you want. Do what you do, but watch my shoes, okay? Don't step on my motherfucking shoes. And clicking the like button would make you be a whole lot cooler if you did. All right, y'all. I really got to go. Much love to the ones that I love. Later to the ones that I don't give a shit about and just bush watching just to be a bush. Shave that.